I would say most days start pretty early. Operating room is a 7:30 start. And even if I'm going to clinic, I'll usually see patients in the hospital in the morning before I go over there. So I would say the average day starts around 7, which means it takes me, I'm in New York City, so it takes me 45 minutes to an hour to get to work. So I'm up at 5:30 in the morning. Again, the day of the week sort of dictates what I'm doing. So I tend to operate on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I see patients in the office on Monday, and then I have research-related activity Wednesday and Friday. So the clinic days and the OR days can go pretty long. Sometimes, clinic day is usually wrapped up by 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and the OR can go into the evening, sometimes 8, 9 o'clock, depending on how busy things are. And the research days tend to finish up earlier, maybe around 5. So it's a pretty busy schedule, I would say. The other thing is that's sort of a wild card is the call schedule. So I'm in a group of 11 thoracic surgeons. So I take about a week of call every other month, something like that. So again, if something comes up when you're on call, somebody needs to go to the operating room, or they need your advice on a consultation, something like that, it can obviously adds time to the day as well. So that's sort of the typical schedule, I guess. As far as what the days consist of, like in the office on a Monday, I'll see anywhere from 20 to 30 patients. So that's a pretty busy clinic usually. Operative days, we'll do sometimes 2 cases, sometimes 5, just depending on how busy things are. And the nice thing about the specialty is it has big cases, it has small cases. So, it's not that everything that I do takes 8 or 9 hours. I would say the substantial cases are typically in the 4-hour range. Sometimes if the more complicated operations will be 7, 8 hours. But then I'm doing stuff that's, hour and a half here and there. So there is a little bit of diversity. I guess let me just tell you one more thing, and you can decide how important you think it is. The field of cardiothoracic surgery, at least academic cardiothoracic surgery, people that work in academic hospitals and medical centers, is it's gradually dividing. And there are people that do more and more. There are people that do cardiac surgery, so they operate on hearts, they do coronary bypass and valve replacements and those sort of things. And then there are thoracic surgeons, which is what I do, which is really like lung, esophageal, sometimes, some surgery in the abdomen even. So the cardiothoracic umbrella is sort of diverging a little bit, and that might be important for people to know. The training is still the same. So you do the same fellowship, but you sort of pick one of those specialties, and when you finish, you really focus on that. There are people out there still that will do both, but as time goes on, I think that's becoming less and less common.